Hi guys, so hopefully you're all healthy and you enjoyed your last 2 weeks of spring break and now you're ready to get back into it. So basically, I'm just going to go over some of the background for PPG, which is the lab we would have been doing this week. So you're still going to be responsible for the report quiz, so it's important that you just kind of know the context of the data you're going to be receiving. So for a little bit of the background, basically the main thing is knowing the difference between cations and anions. So we want to remember that cations are when an atom loses electrons, and losing electrons makes it positively charged. And then anions are when an atom gains electrons, and when it gains electrons, it becomes negatively charged. So basically, this lab, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing different cations by reacting them with compounds and recording our observations. And the whole goal of this, in the end, we're going to get two unknowns. We're going to get one with a white paint pigment and one from a blue paint pigment, and we're going to have to determine what cations those are. So the goal of that is to figure out if this painting, which the cation pigments came from, we have to determine if it's a forgery or if it's real. So backing up, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reacting 6 different cations. So if you go to page 113 in your lab manual, you'll see this data to collect chart. Sorry, it's pretty dark, but I'm on page 113. So it gives us the 6 cations that we're going to be reacting, and we're going to be reacting them with 4 different compounds. So that's the data that you're going to be given. Normally we would have performed this in lab. It's a pretty fun lab because we get to see a lot of cool reactions. But unfortunately, we won't be doing that. So they're going to supply you with the data, and that'll be in the actual report quiz when you go in there. So yeah, the next part of it is you are given, technically, two solutions. One has a cation from a white paint pigment, and the other one has a cation from a blue paint pigment. And if you go to page 109 now, you'll see this pigment handbook. So we'll get to the goal of the pigment handbook in a second, but basically one solution is going to have a white cation, which can either be lead or zinc. And then your other unknown is going to have a cation from a blue paint pigment, which can either be copper, iron, or cobalt. So what's going to happen is you're going to need to come up with your own procedure based on the observations that you're given. You're going to need to figure out, okay, what reactions should I perform in order to figure out what cation is in my white pigment and what cation is in my blue pigment. And it'll make more sense once you read through the manual and then go into the report quiz and look at the data. It'll make more sense. But basically, so you're going to use your observations to come up with your procedure, and then they're going to give you data from a procedure, and you're going to have to determine what cation it was based on the observations. So then the overall goal is to basically determine if this painting that the cations came from is a forgery or if it's real. And so the thing that I would focus on with this is the dates. So focus on the date of the painting and then the date of whatever cation, whatever pigments you get based on the cation that's in your unknown, the dates that those were really made. And so that'll help you figure out if the painting was then a forgery or if it was real. So make sure one thing to pay attention to is these are the only options for your unknowns. So in your white unknown, it's either going to be lead or zinc. And then your blue, it's either going to be copper, iron, or cobalt. So don't get confused. Those are the only choices you have. So yeah, coming up with your own procedure can be pretty tricky. I feel like that's what's going to trip most people up. So again, if you're working on the report quiz and you're stuck, you have no idea what to do, make sure that would be a great time during our lab time. I'll be here, I'll have the meeting set up. Just go ahead and join, and then you can ask me questions. I can put you on the right path, and we'll figure it out. Got it? Okay, if you have any questions while you're reading through the manual or doing the report quiz, make sure email me or come to my office hours or the Zoom meeting during our lab time. Okay, bye guys, good luck.